Guess what Sony is doing this time? After the other day, where we talked about how they were raising the price of the PlayStation 5 in various territories around the world. And I looked at that. We went through each one of them and they're raising it like $30 or $100. And it's like, oh, because economy and inflation and uncertain economic times. Great, great. Okay. Tell me again how I guess I could understand if we're going to believe you, which I don't, by the way. But if we're going to believe you, I could understand hardware. I could understand it. Again, I don't believe them, but if I were, okay, hardware, I get you. How does that impact a digital subscription service that literally, once you have the network up and running, costs basically the same amount no matter what? This is some hardcore lying greed lip service that they are throwing out to everyone. And I was like, I have to talk about this. It pissed me off to no avail when I saw this. PlayStation Plus prices in Canada are increasing again. Annual, extra, and premium subscriptions are both increasing by $35. Now, this is on top of, I saw people in Canada telling me that I know it's the Canadian dollar do or whatever, so it's not like real money, but they are paying $120, was it? Or $130 for Mario Kart World or any first party Nintendo Switch titles that are the $80 price in America. They're paying upwards of 110, 120, 130 plus tax for a game. Again, I know it's Canadian money, but still. What? Like, first off, any Canadians in the chat? What is the minimum wage in Canada? And I'm sure it varies by territory or province or whatever the hell they call their areas, the states there. But like, what is the minimum wage in Canada? Because holy crap, Canadians are being priced out of the video game market. PlayStation Plus prices in Canada are rising for the second time. Second time. Okay, so Kira says $15 in Alberta. That's Mr. Rouge. Mr. Rouge, by the way. What's up, Mr. Rouge? Good to see you. Mr. Rouge says 15 per hour. Raimondo says 17.50 in British Columbia. So, okay, we're going to say somewhere between, and Cookie Kaiju says 15 to 17. Okay, so somewhere between $15 and $17 per hour in Canada. Okay. In America, I think the minimum wage is probably like $7.50 or $8, whatever. But most people that are working a minimum wage job are making like $12 an hour nowadays. Maybe more, maybe less, but it's somewhere around that for the absolute bare bones minimum wage. So that's actually pretty close to the $15 per hour Canadian. So you amplify that to the price of paying $80 for a game. That would be like, I don't know, quick math, what, $95 for the game, $96 for the game, something like that. If you were doing a 1-for-1 for the minimum wage. But Canada, it's like $130 for the game. So it doesn't correlate to the wage price. It doesn't make sense. Robert Lawrence says $1 Canadian is 72 cents in USD. Wow. Canadian subscribers, including Reset Terra user Giallo, have been reporting that they've received emails from Sony informing them that 12-month subscriptions to the service would be rising on June 24th. They're giving them some advance notice here, damn. On that date, a price of a 12-month PS Plus Essential subscription will change from $95 Canadian to $110 Canadian. And a 12-month PS Plus Extra subscription increases from $155 to $190. And the 12-month PS Plus Premium subscription goes from $190 to $225 for a year of it. What? Guys, we are getting to the point where 2 years of a subscription service equals the price of a console. That is insane. That is absolute insanity. According to Sony's email, and quote unquote, this price adjustment, here we go, will enable us to continue bringing high quality games and benefits to your PlayStation Plus subscription service. I'm telling you guys right now, and I had this thought when I saw this come through earlier today. We always like talk about, oh, when is the great video game crash of year XX 20XX going to happen? And everyone keeps trying to predict when it is. I'm telling you guys, like, we are seeing it in real time right now. This is unsustainable. This cannot continue. People cannot afford to do this. I don't know how else to tell Sony this, but if you get too fat with being the greedy pig, you will die of a heart attack and kill the industry. And then you'll be begging people to be paying $10 to pay for a year of service. You'd be like, we'll literally take anything. But right now, they feel like they've built it up so people, it's almost like a drug where they have to just keep paying and keep paying. I look at these prices and I laugh my ass off. I'm like, bro, I'm good. I'll buy a game. In fact, no, you know what I'll do? I'll go back to my old library of old games that I have, or the infinite games that have been gifted to me, because I've been very blessed with you guys. Thank you so much. But if I wasn't the YouTuber having these games gifted to me, I would be going back to my retro catalog of games and I'd be hitting my backlog hard. I'd be like, yeah, see you later. What this tells me, and this is why everyone should be deathly afraid of all digital and what they're trying to do, is once they have control, you cannot fight back with physical games. And when you can fight back with physical games, they can't do anything about it. And they've been trying so hard to pull away that power from people for so many years. It's a waiting game. They know it is too. It's just a matter of time. It's why retro game prices continue to go up, by the way. They hold their value because people realize that what happens when you have digital games is they can be taken away from you. The price can go up on them. You have no control over them when you buy a new console. They're going to have Nintendo charge you a 10%, a $10 upgrade fee, or whatever the hell it is in Canada, to upgrade your game into HD, where really all it does is just ramp the clock speed up that you could do if you were able to get the game on your computer anyways for free. But anyways, this is the second time Canadian players have seen their PS Plus prices rise following a hike in 2023. Before then, Essential cost $70 a year and Extra cost $115 a year, and Premium was $140 a year. So in 2023, it was $70. And in 2025, it's going to be 110. Guys, 2 years difference. It's not double, but it's pretty close. It's approaching double the price in 2 years. That's not sustainable. I don't know. Again, I don't know what to tell Sony, but don't do this. You're going to destroy your entire audience. This second price increase now means that since the 3-tier system originally launched in Canada, Essential has risen by a total of $40 per year, Extra has risen by $75, and Premium has risen by $85 per year. You could have literally bought the subscription of Essential for the price that it's risen in Premium. Sony's email states that because the price increase doesn't come into effect until June 24th, anyone whose 12-month subscription is due to renew before then will be charged the existing price. However, anyone making changes to their existing membership before June 24th, such as upgrading or downgrading to a new tier, will have their plan instantly updated according to the new prices. They're not even letting you get ahead of it. They're like, no, bro, no. If it goes into that time frame, we're going to charge you what it is up then. Like, they used to grandfather people in for being loyal customers. Now they're just like, nope, sorry, bend over and take it, bro. We're Sony, and if you want it, you better pay the price. I can't with this stuff. A statement on the official PlayStation blog, they talk about, with a backdrop of, this is what I was talking about earlier, the backdrop of challenging economic environment, including high inflation and fluctuating exchange rates, SIE has made the tough decision. I'm sure it was tough, guys. I'm sure it was really tough to raise the retail price of the PS5 in Europe, Middle East, Africa, and Australia and New Zealand. By the way, just fun fact, the salaries and bonuses of all these executives making these decisions are going up exponentially over the past 3 years, actually 5 years since COVID. So, yeah, they're not worried. They're not struggling. They're doing just fine on their own. But yeah, I wanted to complain about that because I was so frustrated. I'm like, I need to talk about this. It was really eating at me. I can't believe the audacity. Anyways, I'll leave that there.